Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn bottom side is the blue OKW player, we got Elias. Spawn top right side is the red UKF, we got JonyCalcinha, I think. I have no idea, probably butchered both of these names well enough. Walking into infantry section, that's pretty common. We could see special operations, not a bad doctrine in this map. Overwatch doctrine. Eagle infantry can be quite good in this map. It's quite wide open. And elite armor, a staple. For UKF, we of course got the mobile engineer regiment, which I don't seem too particularly great on this map. Mobile assault regiment. Mortars can be nice, but it's against OKW, so maybe less so. I mean, if he's going for this doctrine, it's going primarily meant for the land mattress, maybe one infiltration commando. And Vanguard or Operations Regiment, where I think maybe the best of three doctrines here, because you got the Loiter, the Crocodile, which is not as great as a regular Churchill in my opinion, and of course get a Glider. We do have the Overwatch doctrine now available. 30 inch section on the field, Volksgrenadiers on the field. We do have this intersection push forward. And the Kovagan does get some damage, receive some damage. Does knock him out of cover there, out from capturing the sector there. But generally, I think the Kovagan does drop a model there. Did spend a bit of time dancing around. Looks like they're pretty even at the moment. This section getting some damage there, getting some free damage. Kovagan does decapture the sector, or at least made sure he got reverted back all the way. Another intersection on the build queue. Kovagan needs to fall back in some repairs. He has the second Volksgrenadiers on the field as well. Fox save his manpower for a Jaeger Light Infantry next. He can go for SWS half track in the meantime. Volksgrenadiers pushing over here. Got two intersections. Volksgrenadiers need the light cover. Intersections are Volksgrenadiers trying to charge the light cover there, trying to gauge nice and close. This one may have a bit of trouble with some cover, but now they're both within point blank. Gotta focus fire. Volksgrenadiers are being focused fire down. Intersections being focused down there. Intersection does fall back. Volksgrenadiers falls back. Volksgrenadiers retargets over here. It looks like the intersection was retargeting over there a little bit of time, but looks like the Volksgrenadiers will win out. Though it's going to be a bit hit or miss. I think the intersection was capturing this the entire time. Wasn't really paying attention to it. And it looks like he did get a lot of misses at the end. Intersection does win, but severely wounded. When it comes to field control, the UKF player has pretty good field control. But the OKW player is starting to get some good field control north. Medics on the build queue, not a bad idea. You go for maybe straight for the 4-man or the 5-man squad upgrade. Let's see, medics there. I don't have to worry about 6-pounder just yet. I think the 5-man squad would be very nice right now. He has enough fuel for it. In section, push way forward, trying to engage the shrimp pioneers. There's force back to the intersection there. We do have intersection here, still very wounded. It's probably a good idea to just treat him back in some medics. He does go ahead and do that.
We're losing a capture point.
Nothing being queued up just yet. Volksgrenadiers catching up some sectors. Volksgrenadiers over here. Got triple Volksgrenadiers. Shroom Pioneers does pull out the AP mines. Anti-personnel mines. Also armor-piercing mines. Because technically it is both at this point in time. Volksgrenadiers laying down some sandbags somewhere over here. Volksgrenadiers do get behind the ruined Sherman. Sections will, of course, have good long-range firepower. Should be able to displace the Shroom Pioneer. Heavy cover will help them out, but it'll be a delay tactic. Battle Group HQ now deployed on the field. Probably should get some medics out relatively soon, particularly for the intersection. Intersection, Shroom Pioneers. Volksgrenadiers are throwing a incendiary grenade. The intersections were quite cold because it is winter, so the folks just want to make sure they're nice and warm for the rest of their lives. Medics and activation now being researched. We do now have a Vickers on the build queue for the British player, and that's interesting. Repairs complete. Medics now healing up the Shum Pioneers. But they will only get kind of bit of healing there. MG34 now deployed on the field. More sandbags being built by the British player. Bit of fire there on that Shum Pioneer. Since they're on open ground, they took a bit of damage. Intersections do manage to pull out the sandbags.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
This intersection does capture the VP up north. Intersection behind some sandbags. MG34 in the region. SCG is now being deployed on the front line. Not you, just these two. Jaeger light infantry now deployed on the field. Probably should get G43 going relatively soon. Vickers in a very defensive position there, just trying to protect the flank. Volkswagen forward. Intersection is only down 3 members. And does fall back there.
Trouble, trying to take one of our points. Enemy threatening a capture point.
Volkswagen received a bit of damage. But they do get behind some heavy cover there. Intersections be only behind light cover. Intersection gets decaptured from that point. MG34 rotating around. Volkswagen straight forward. Jaeger infantry has their G43 is now upgraded. We have another SWS half track deployed in the field. Maybe deploying to help lock down the sector would be very nice. Vickers destroys the Kubelwagen. Volkswagen, some models are getting flanking shots, the other ones are not. Sandbags being built there. MG34 suppressed with now 5-man squad intersections, very nice. British player can start getting his next structure built relatively soon as well. Probably should eye that sooner rather than later, so he gets his tech just going. 6-pounder can also be deployed in the field, and probably should by now. We can work from the build queue. Volkswagen is laying down some sandbags.
Anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
Maintains in position.
Cheer Panzer Quarter sitting up right here. Now got recovery sapper now deployed in the field as well. Mini upgraded to the M2. Bren's now being deployed on the front line as well. Still no 6-pounder just yet. He probably should eye one relatively soon. You could player minus 30 fuel for the Panzer authorization. Nice demolition charge there. Booby trap there from the Jaeger light infantry. Bren's getting some damage there. The Kenworth for fire shot into the sandbags there. Not great. And again there. I wonder if he A-moved it over here and just... He was still using it. He did that, but it was a horrible time to do that. MG34 firing away. Eagle Infantry taking some hits. Got these Volkswagens flanking around. Got these guys trying to get suppressed. More mortars flying into the screen while these Volkswagens are getting suppressed. As it gets respotted there, the Volkswagens receive some more suppressive hits, but does manage to get out of arc now. MG34 does suppress the intersection.
Capture point is being overrun.
Volkswagens do fall back.
Your commandos are ready.
Infiltration commandos now deployed in the field, but not forward deployed. Of course, it does have weapon racks, so you can always upgrade them with some Brens.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And our Vicar is firing away. Schumpires do get hit a little bit there. Obersassen now also deployed in the field as well. Schumpires need to start falling back, taking a bit of damage there. The Eagle Infantry and Obersassen now hitting the recovery
The
sapper.
ability is ready.
The Obersassen right now getting hit pretty hard by the mortar. And good hits there by both of the Obersassen and the Eagle Infantry under that recovery sapper. Brand's trying to flank, but they'll find double Volks. Infiltration commandos advance forward with at least one Bren. Looks like I see two. Commandos being flanked by the Obersassen. Does retreat back there. That would have been not a great mortar to receive a hit from, but wouldn't be terrible either.
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action. Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Volkswagens slowly being forced back by the intersection. Volkswagens advance forward in the commandos. And the mortar does get forced back as well. Rolls and miss there onto those Volkswagens. Those Incendiary Grenade does avoid it. Volkswagens or recovery sapper pushing his way down south. We do have Eagle Infantry here. Overall, good amount of fuel controlled by the OKW player at the moment. He has enough fuel for a Panzer IV, and that's definitely the better way to go. He doesn't necessarily need a Panther at the moment. The British player does not even have his next tier up and going. The Panzer IVs will be very useful. You can always upload some left 18s, but I think right now Panzer IV would be generally better. The left 18 would allow him to strike the mortar, the AT gun, and the Vickers from a relatively safe range. Oh, very far. Do you have another boot trap over here? Sections do manage to get AoE suppressed there. Eagle Infantry soft streets on back. Vickers push forward. Stuffs and ranges smoke up the MG34. And does go and pack up the MG34 on out of there. Bundle grenade thrown, he does avoid it. Got the ambush here. Oh, finds a landmine or the dumb booby trap there. Really knocking out that squad. Good hit there on that the MG34. And the last mortar did not strike the retreating back squad. Volkswagens A moving to the Flamer squad, very nice. And got the commandos coming for a nice flank. I was thinking we're going to see a light gamma bomb. Great mortar hit there. Didn't need the gamma bomb, the mortar was good enough. Panzer IV now deployed in the field, it's pretty close to another Panzer IV. Tier 2 is being built. We've seen the Panzer IV, he could go apply straight for a Firefly to counter the Panzer IV. He has plenty of infantry in the field. There was a miss there.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Relatively quiet at the moment. Got an M1AT gun or a 6-pounder there. Vickers and mortar there, so all of his support weapons. He is going for another SWS half-track, eyeing for perhaps a King Tiger. Sukasafus wouldn't be half bad either. Do have a OKW shoe mine here. Hands 4, push along the flank. Gets, oh, I thought that shot was much more deadly if the backdrop and or backboard. Intersection takes quite a bit of damage there, but will likely not get wiped on out. Eagle infantry firing away. Got the intersection behind some heavy cover. Commando squad does fall back. Into the 4 firing away, got the intersection falling back. Vickers still trying to Jaeger infantry. Flamer squad just gonna be sitting there. Hands of 4 pushes way down south. I do see British landmine there. So Mitzer on the MG. Vickers slowly being picked apart by the Panzer IV now. Looks like a 6-pounder shot does connect with the Panzer IV. Mortar firing away over here. Panzer IV force back the MG. Oberhausen may wipe it out. There's a pair of landmines that he's in the middle of. British player declared that land as mine.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Intersection is heading down south for the winter. Mortars running a little bit short where the Oberhausen was. Over here, I got the infiltration commandos advancing. Why did you build sandbags in front of heavy cover? Am I stupid? There's already heavy cover there. And then Panzer IV immediately crushed it. So now I'm stupid. Howdy. Oh. That's a full gammon. Full gammon bomb was thrown there. Incendiary grenade onto the intersection. Over here, got the Panzer IV advancing. Has taken some hits there. It missed and hit a landmine, looks like. 6-pounder does roll a miss there. Why do I sounds like I hear a Bofors barrage? Oh, there's no Bofors in the field. Yep, I'm just going crazy. British player has quite a bit of fuel stored up. Has gone for hammer, going straight for comets.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Smoke barrage there. Yep, Happy New Year's. Pretty much. Pretty much meta play style. I haven't seen anything too crazy.
The capture point is being overrun.
Oh, it's New Year's Eve for me, not New Year's Day just yet. Well, I guess I'll see you next year. That joke is getting way too old, isn't it? Assassin intersection or Jaeger Infantry to capture that point. Volkswagen is getting hit. Assassin advances to some light cover there. Pans 4 push way forward. Nope, finds that landmine. Pans 4 still needs repairs. 6-pounder engaging. Connects. Shroom Pioneers start repairing it up. Maybe not a good idea to repair up that close. He can force on the ground and could scatter high. Hope Saxon squad does get suppressed. And does get unsuppressed there. Does smoke there. Bundle grenade there. Oh, that may have been a frangible smoke now think about it. Yeah, it was a frangible smoke. Battle Group HQ here. Reinforcing, healing, nothing too crazy.
Grenadiers back to full strength. Orders complete.
Intersections push away forward. We do now have the Volkswagen push away forward. Gammon bomb there, light gammon bomb. Fresh comet tank now in the field. As for does get a shot there in the intersection. As for now, it's Veteran C1. One Volcano Warfare to help deal with the comet tank. As for does take a pen there from the 6-pounder. Does manage to fall back a little bit. And now got the final ability, the Selector Assault, so he has a proper counter to the comet tank. 6-pounder does connect to the Panzer IV, as when he starts falling back. Comet tank up north has made itself known. Pioneers do fall back. He do spot that landmine there, doesn't clean up at the moment.
Hulk's grenadiers back to full strength.
As 4 does need some repairs. Volcano Warfare in a good position, though the arc is a little bit questionable. And in fact, it's not actually set on up. Hands 4 takes a pretty good hit there. Needs a blitz. Got the Partis fire turned on. Comet tank rolls a miss there. Does get a pen there. No loiters being summoned.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Volkswagen is decapturing that point. Intersection receiving some hits. Looks like a Glycan bomb does connect the Volkswagen. Volkswagen is about to get wiped out. Commandos also fall back. Looks like they're going to swap sides and start decapturing and capturing. Right now, the OKW player has more VPs, 396 versus 168. Comet tank rolls a miss there. Vickers suppressing down the Obsalassen, as well as the Eagle Infantry. And the Eagle Infantry were camouflaged when they were laying that booby trap, so he actually could have continued. Yeah, he did not build a universal carrier nor AEC. And the Volcano Warfare, I don't think it's got decrewed once this game. Eagle Infantry taking quite a bit of splash damage there from the Flamethrower squad.
Point is being overrun.
Volcano Warfare rolls a bounce there. Henceforth needs to start falling back. Yeah, the British player went for a 4-inch section opener, while his opponent went for a 3 Volksgrenadier, Kubwagen to 3 Volksgrenadiers into a intersection opener. But now the Lord is being summoned. These Volksgrenadiers for spottings are severely wounded. And the common tank may go down. Extra front hits the infantry squad there. It looks like we'll lose vision of the common tank, so the common tank looks like we'll survive. Oh, got the vehicle crew repair ability.
Reading new orders. We're down to 100 points now.
British player down to 100 VPs. Single captured now
New
against
land
him.
mattress ready to go.
Volksgrenadiers push way forward. Commandos not in any cover at the moment. Those all like Gammon. He does largely avoid it. Lag
We're losing a capture point.
didn't get too much damage done. But when the Volks now veteran C5, they're the ones veteran C4 at the moment. MG34 suppressing on these units. It does lose the MG34 entirely. Oh, there was a Gammon bomb. But it hits there. Hands forward, road pushing its way forward. Intersection behind some light cover. Up north, we do have the VP now captured. The common tank does have the load smoke ability, of course, available initially. You just simply didn't utilize it. French will smoke their summon. Does splash the Obstatzen there a little bit. And that is the King Tiger now deployed in the field. King Tiger hits the Vickers. Does get a pen there on the Panzer IV. King Tiger now advancing.
Trying to take a point from us.
Does see if it bounce there. Come take it forward. Land matches trying to soften up these Panzers. Will be decreeing the AT gun. King Tiger does take one pen there. Panzer IV gets a pen. Panzer rolls a bounce. King Tiger rolls a pen. Obersassen pushes forward. Roger, focus on the land matches. King Tiger does take some pens now. Panzer IV versus C2 push forward. Intersection recaptures up the AT gun. Direct hit there on the land mattress. AT gun does get decrewed again. Land mattress gets fully exploded. Yeah, he doesn't have any ammo for the Firefly. And the comm tank goes down. I think he tried to go with the King Tiger, but the King Tiger had plenty of health there. And the British player has surrendered. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.